Hey guys, it's Psychosis here, and it's been a long time since I made a video. Life's just been busy, but anyways, today I have another book review, as the title says, and today I am reviewing Book 3 of A Song of Ice and Fire, A Storm of Swords. And yeah, it took me forever to finish this one, but not because I wasn't enjoying it. Quite the opposite, but yeah. Today I'll be reviewing A Storm of Swords, and as you can see, the cover is really awesome. It's got the Baratheon stag and green and red cover. It's really cool. And see, there's the red meteor from the previous book. And yeah. So yeah, the cover is really cool. And yeah, short story short, I really enjoyed this book. The beginning was a little slow for me. It took me a minute to get for the beginning. I think maybe it was because everybody says this from what I was seeing. This is their favorite book in the series. And I was just trying to compare this to the second one because I loved Clash of Kings. Clash of Kings was awesome. But yeah. So yeah, starting off, I did really enjoy this book. The beginning was a little rough. It starts off a little slow, but it starts off right where the second book ended. You know, with that whole power struggle, there's now all these kings in the kingdom. There's all this conflict. The final battle at the second book happened. There's a lot of destruction. The one king's in disgrace. And yeah. So it starts off on a really high note because you want to know what's going to happen next after all that went down in the second book. And it's crazy. I don't want to spoil it, but it's crazy. Like, there's battles still, but it's still done in the way George R. R. Martin writes in the first two books, where there's not a lot, but they're so well done when they happen. And yeah, there's point of view characters again, as always. And yeah, and Jaime Lannister is now a point of view character now. He wasn't in the first two books, but he is now, and he's a great character, honestly. Like, there's a ton of character development with him, especially with him becoming a point of view character just by doing that. Because you get to see how he thinks, and as the book goes along, he starts like becoming less and less proud and just kind of being like, what the hell am I doing with my life, kind of. And yeah, it was a very interesting plot point, honestly. And yeah, and of course there's the usual characters. You've got Tyrion Lannister, you've got Jon Snow, Bran Stark, Arya Stark, you know, the usual characters. Yeah. And of course Caitlyn, but there's a thing that happens with her. I don't want to spoil what happens to her, but something does happen to her in the book. And yeah. And speaking of which, Jon Snow is still my favorite character of the book, and he has way more going on in this story, which I really like because he's my favorite character in this entire series. And yeah, he just has more of a storyline. He has a lot of growth too, having to take responsibilities he wasn't having to expect, have to face severe consequences, that kind of thing. And yeah, and also Samwise, his friend Samwise is also a point of view character, and he also has a crazy good amount of character development too. He starts becoming actually brave in this book, and it's just so weird to see, but it's also kind of cool. Because if any character in this book has the most character development, it's probably him, honestly. And it's just surprising. And yeah. But yeah, this book does get wild. Like I said, the beginning is really slow, but there's a few moments where it's just absolutely bonkers insane. Just how good it is. And just the surprise and the twists. It's so good. It throws you all off. And yeah, in this book also, the ending is just insane. Like the ending, when they reveal a lot of things, they solve a plot point explaining what really caused everything, what was the turning point, like what little event started everything, the war in Westeros, all his death, the true conflict between the Starks and the Lannisters. It is just, it's so simple, but it's like so ridiculous that that's what caused it. And then that leads to like probably the biggest twist of all in the whole book. And yeah, but this book kept me going for a long time. This is the second biggest book in the entire series as of now. I think this copy is 924 pages long. And if I didn't choose to not read it every day, I would have already have been done with it in like a couple weeks. Because it was a good book. Very good book. Oh yeah, and also, there are weddings in this book. And as we all know, weddings in these books are bonkers too. And there's like 3 of them. So it makes it for a really great experience of reading, honestly. Yeah. Yeah, speaking of character, yeah, so yeah, lots of characters, weddings, it's bonkers. There's battles. There isn't a big battle at the end though, but there is a big battle in this book, and it is probably even more epic than the one at the second end of the second book. Even though it only takes place in like 10 pages, it's just really cool. Kind of like an underdog kind of defeat or comeback basically by the one king, King Stannis. It's great. Yeah, it's just awesome. Yeah, that's the thing too. Jon Snow, like I was saying, his character has a lot of development, and there's a lot of conflict with the wildlings, and you actually get to see how the wildlings are like in this book. It's kind of cool. It brings a lot more to the world and to what's going around. Besides just, oh, this house and this house are fighting, and now everyone else is fighting and pulled in by the gravity of the situation. So that was kind of cool. Oh yeah, and then Bran Stark, he just kind of disappears. Like he appears in his chapters of him and his newfound friends trying to get back home or to find, yeah. But then they decide to detour and go into the haunted forest to like find the mystery of this free-eyed crow that appears throughout the previous books and this one. Yeah, and then there's no more chapters of him. Like he's just there, and there's a few more 100 pages of just still book and story. And yeah, and Daenerys Targaryen is still my least favorite character as well. Like her chapters bother me, like none of the other ones do. But I will admit that her chapters here are better for the most part. Yeah, her dragons are bigger, and she's now like becoming some like leader, trying to be some actual queen, and she has followers and is on some campaign to free all these like slaves using these unsullied warriors she bought. And it's a lot better than the previous 2 books. Her story, like there's way more with her, and I was still annoyed when I got to her chapters, but they weren't as bad. I mean, there was a few minor things, but yeah, a few sexual things, but he kind of just glances past those in his writing in these books, so that's kind of cool. It's not too bad. It's not all smut. And yeah, this book was really good. I'm still trying to decide if it was better than Clash of Kings or not. In some ways, it is definitely way better. Like the point of views, there's way more characters, the expansion of the world. This world just keeps getting bigger book by book by book. Yeah, the betrayal, the twist, the backstabbing. This just gets more and more better. But I don't know. the second book had like more to do with like Rob Stark and stuff. He's in this book, but not as much. And something does happen to him, just like his mother, Catelyn Stark. I won't say what happens because, yeah, you just have to read the book. If you want to find out, you just have to read the book yourself. I don't want to spoil a good book too much. But yeah, this book was fantastic. I love this book. I wish I could finish it sooner. And as you can see, it's a big book. It's 900. This copy is 924 pages long. And yeah, yeah, Storm of Swords. I can see why people consider this the best. I can't at this time say it's that because I still have 2 more books to read, and I want to read those ones before I make a decision. But in some ways, it is better than A Clash of Kings, I will say, and the first book of Game of Thrones, which are both fantastic books. But this book just seems to be the best of the three. Although I will say there's some sexual stuff I didn't like, but it's not too bad because he doesn't focus on it. He glances past it for the most part. And the beginning was just a little slow for me, but once it got going, it got going. And yeah. So that was basically my thoughts on this book, The Storm of Swords. It is a fantastic fantasy book. And I can see why people consider this the best in the series. I don't want to jump on the bandwagon of people saying that and just claim it is because I have to read 2 more books. But as of now, I will say it's the best, but only by a little bit. I still kind of think in some ways A Clash of Kings was better, and in a lot of other ways this book is way better. But they are both fantastic books. This whole series so far is just freaking fantastic. Like each of these books could just at least be an 8 out of 10. This book I will give a 9.5 out of 10. Just most basic rating ever. Seems all I do is give books high glazing reviews, but this book actually deserves that. This book's amazing. There's a reason why this book series has so much hype around and why they made a freaking TV show, because it's really good. This whole book style of political drama, fantasy I call it, is just very good. And the writing in this book is just really good too. George R. R. Martin, like I've said before, is an amazing writer, and I might put him among my favorite writers actually because he writes good books. That's from what I've read of the 3 books I've read by him so far. But yeah, that will be my review for A Storm of Swords, 9.5 out of 10. Absolutely amazing book. And yeah, so that was my review. Amazing for Storm of Swords. It's an amazing book, and I'd highly recommend it. And yeah, and hopefully I get back in my groove of reading because I will definitely finish this series, or at least what is of it, because he still hasn't finished the damn series. And it's been 15 years since he's written a book in the series, and he wants to write 7 of them. He's written 5. But yeah, anyways, I hope you enjoyed my review of this book, and I will see you all next time. Hopefully we'll make more metal videos and more book related videos. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you all next time. Goodbye.